Well, they were a great buy when interest rates were low. We're talking about real estate investment trusts, or REITs. They've been on a tear for a few years now, but suddenly a sell-off. Diana Olick examines the move lower, which may in fact be a buying opportunity.
Apartments, offices, retail, publicly traded bundles of these buildings, or real estate investment trusts, saw tremendous gains over the last few years as investors search for yield in a low interest rate environment. That's because they offer big dividends, but these so-called REITs are now seeing a sell-off, even on just a slight move higher in rates.
Whenever you have an interest rate sensitive product and people fear that interest rates are going up, it's only natural that those things like REITs, et cetera, are going to sell off.
Stocks of all equity REITs are down 8% in the past month. They had been outperforming the S&P for the past few years, and even in the first quarter of this year offered 4 times the return of the S&P when you include dividends. And REIT fundamentals are actually very solid right now.
If you would go across the different major property types in rental apartments, rents continue to go up above the long-term averages. In retail, retailers are still clamoring for space at malls and shopping centers. And if you look at what's happening in office, rents are actually accelerating in many parts of the country.
Vacancies low, rents rising, and supply still limited. Commercial real estate values are up 11% in the last year. Apartments, self-storage, lodging, and office leading the pack. Names like Boston Properties, Simon, Vornado. They're seeing a sell-off now, but could ultimately be a buying opportunity. Interestingly, we're starting to see a wave of REITs going private, portfolios being bought up by pension funds and sovereign wealth funds. That's because they're earning much more on the buildings than it costs them to finance them. Returns upwards of 9%. That's far more than they'll get from the U.S. or European bond markets. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Diana Olick in Washington.